Welcome back to the city of Korvosa. Or is this your first visit? No matter. The Curse of the Crimson Throne welcomes one and all. This actual play is a dark fantasy full of grim and grit. Weird Roll Tales recommend that you at least be 18 years of age before joining us on this journey. 7 Days to the Grave contains mature content and a potential reminder of recent history. Discretion is advised. The dice will give and will certainly take. Lift the veil or seal your fate. 7 days could be all you have. The grave awaits. The grave awaits.
Last time, the party started to prepare for two events that were happening in Korvosa right now alongside the Blood Veil crisis. The first event was going down and braving the depths of the River Jagare and exploring the wreck of the Direction, while the second event was heading back to the Dead Warrens, going down and learning of the final fate of the party from Chapter 1. Lumen informed Ronan of a contact that they had in the city at the Humanexus College, Overseer Kello, who could aid in the former task of the Direction. This annoyed Ronan, as his familiar was seemingly keeping more secrets from him, while Lumen was equally as annoyed because Ronan didn't seem to understand, well, to them at least, that she had her own life, and with him still not even grasping the basics of their witchcraft. With those two bickering, the rest of the party decided that before doing anything else, they would check in with their respective home bases. The first stop was the Grand Cathedral of Pharasma and Bishop Kapira de Bear. Upon being updated with the Dead Warren situation, Bishop de Bear felt partly responsible due to not paying more direct attention to that situation when it was happening. This brought the party to a mutual consensus that the Dead Warrens and Gaken's retrieval needed to be tackled first before the Schwanti force made its way to the Grey District. The next point of call was Lou's home and dojo, the Jade House, where the party met the half-elven, half-human, now known as Ayuvaran, Sensei Takeda. Upon listening to Lou's request about potential aid that the Jade House could provide, Takeda relayed that help would be given if there was an active plan of attack against Bloodveil. You see, the Jade House has talented alchemists, herbalists, and, well, Takeda himself is a divine spellcaster, but they are few in number and their resources are thin. However, the sensei did offer help to the party with an offer of 1 free dose of lesser anti-plague per day to each member, which they accepted. Now, the final port of call, despite Ronan's best efforts to stall, was the Humanexus College and a meeting with Overseer Kello. The conversation was friendly, professional, and to the point, where Kello agreed to help the party explore the wreck of the Direction with the aid of powerful spellcasting. In exchange, the Overseer wanted shared with her the information of what the party learnt down there in Jagare's depths, and she also wanted a favour from the party in the future. This was followed by a private party discussion, and after tweaking the terms of the agreement, an accord was made, and the PCs agreed to return the next day if possible. Because for right here and right now, the Dead Warrens await. And that is where we'll bring the game back in. So, Paz is back with us this week, so he hasn't seen this yet. We got a brand new map, Paz.
Ooh.
Once again, a shout out and a thank you to Jason Hamilton of the Third Action Group. Please feel free to check out their awesome actual play of Curse of the Crimson Throne at twitch.tv/Third Action, or here on YouTube. You can just hit Third Action into the search bar, and they're even on podcast format, so just put Third Action into your podcast search engine and you'll probably see them pop up. But once again, Jason, thank you very much. We do you like our new map of Corvosa, Paz?
Oh,
It is
I'll take
rather...
it as a no.
Yeah. It is a rather tasty map. Jason, thank you once again. But, okay, we're bringing the game back in. It's still Sunday, Goswin 6:47:08. The time is just coming up to around 1700, so 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So, you've just completed what was essentially a prep session and have done the rounds. Paz, that dose of lesser anti-plague that was given to the party by Sensei Takeda, that is in the party stash if you want to take your copy item. There's one in there for you, basically, so feel free to drag and drop that into your own inventory whenever you're ready. And that will definitely help you during this Blood Veil time. Let's just put it that way. So, all right. You just wrapped up your days of checking in with home bases and meetings. Anything else you want to do for today, or do you want to just basically get ready for tomorrow and then get on with the Dead Warrens? What are we thinking?
Don't think I need to do anything. I need a new day so I can prep, so I've got nothing left.
Lou?
I'll pretty much grab what I need when I get back to the dojo, but I'm pretty much done. Going straight to the Dead Warrens.
Okay.
where's actually the party? East stash.
We're in the East Shore district of Corvosa, mate.
No, the party stash.
Oh, the party stash. Sorry. If you go
to the...
Yeah.
Go on.
If you go to... there is now... do you know of the party character sheet now, Paz? The Foundry have added?
I remember you talking about it, but...
Yeah. If you go to the right of your screen to the Actors button on the chat side, where it says The Party, there's like a little document file. You click on that, that will show everything that the party has to offer.
Ah, there it is.
There we go.
So just take one anti-plague.
Yes, there's an
that's
anti-plague.
yours.
Yeah, that's yours.
Alright, thanks.
No worries there. Okay. So, are we just going to go straight to the next day? Basically, is everyone prepped up?
I was gonna grab some potions, so I've just done that quick. I've taken the gold out. That's all right with you.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, basically, if you want to do any prep, if you want to buy anything, you can. And the last thing I will want to know is, where is everyone going to stay for the night?
I mean, if you want, I can find somewhere for you guys to crash if you want to sleep next to the Dead Warrens, you know. And unlike other churches in this area, I won't charge. All are welcome.
Sure, it's closer than when I live.
Fair enough. What was the cost of potions again?
Depending on what you're buying, mate.
Just like a minor healing.
I'd go for the lesser. It's 12 gold.
Yeah.
Miners at this point are getting a bit trash, considering how high our how high our individual health is.
Oh yeah. Right. So,
I was gonna. Yeah, I agree. For this level, you should at least buy the lessers if you can. You should have the gold for it as well.
Oh yeah, just 2 lessers that is gonna buy. You said there were 12, right?
Yeah, 12 apiece.
Yeah, so 24.
Yes. Just feel Corvosa is a big open city with a whole range of shops, so you can pretty much get anything common or even some uncommon stuff you can find here. You can even get rarest stuff, but I will actually say that a roll would be required for that. So, all right. Do I get the feeling here that the general consensus is you're going to stay at the Grand Cathedral of Pharasma?
I am. What about the others?
I mean, we technically do have two close houses. We got Zalara's house and what's her name? Who was accused of the murder?
Trinius.
Yeah, because if me and Ronan would have access to her house because we were fixing it up.
Yep. It's up to you. I
think
I just need to know where you're going.
Next door.
I do live next door, but I was like, the cathedral's just closer.
Yeah, we'll hit the cathedral.
All right, then feel free, for those who are staying in the Grand Cathedral for tonight, feel free to move your tokens to the south of the map to the Grey District and to the Grand Cathedral of Pharasma. There is a method to the madness.
If someone could move me, that would be grand. I am just buying some potions.
Yeah, I want it.
Also-
Can I? I don't think I can move you.
No, it's all right. I've got you, Greg. It's all good.
Charles, I am just buying different elixirs.
No worries.
Where again is the shop here?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and there's Ronan flying onto the map now. Okay, so
Take those two out.
Just real quick.
yes,
Where do I've removed the 24, right? But where's the?
If you go onto consumables, in your inventory, click the magnifying glass on the top of the little bit. Do you see it?
Ah, there it is. Okay.
It goes into the shop, essentially.
Oh, didn't we discuss last session that we were going to get like an ever burning torch or some lantern for?
No, I've solved this. I've already figured
Okay.
this out, so don't worry about this. I have a plan and I've brought a solution.
also
There we are.
I forgot to actually give out a few items last session as well. So I'm going to add this to your party stash as well, because basically for helping you, the party helping out Miss Maria, I forgot about a reward she was going to give you for that, and that is a item that is known as something she's brewed up. She's got skills, let's put it this way. So the first thing to give out that is a reward for Miss Maria, it's a consumable called a Phantom Roll, which a Phantom Roll contains vegetables, greens, and fine clear noodles, all wrapped in transparent, edible starch paper and alchemically treated and laced with a tangy sauce. Upon eating the roll, you gain a +1 bonus to item bonus to stealth checks you attempt during Avoid Notice, the exploration activity. You can also avoid notice at full speed or combine it with Investigate or Scout while moving at half speed. These effects expire 24 hours after you eat the roll or when you make your next daily preparations, whatever comes first. So that is a gift from Miss Maria, and that's now in the party stash. And Lou, Sensei has given you a couple of items from his travels that he doesn't know when or how it could help you, but maybe it will. So 2 items he's given you, consumables. First is called a tar rocket snare, an uncommon item, which is basically a small firework with a thick layer of resin and tar, so it sticks firmly onto a target. When a creature enters the square, the rocket launches at the creature and potentially sticks to it. You determine the direction that the rocket faces when crafting the snare, which has already been crafted. the triggering creature may attempt a DC 20 reflex save. So basically, he's giving you a rocket that can snare a target. And then something he has given you from his travels. He says that he got this while meeting a TN merchant in Absalon. He gives you a recording rod, which literally does exactly what it says on the tin. When activated, the rod records everything it sees and hears for 1 minute. It's basically a smooth metal bar with a lens in, and it's short enough to fit in one hand.
Fantasy Kodak.
Pretty much. Takeda says, and will let you know that he's not sure how that will be usable to you, but considering this is Korvosa, surely you'll find a use for it. For sometimes in this city, and this is an actual quote from your sensei, there will be battles with words as well as fists.
So there we are.
So that is a gift from Miss Maria and from Sensei Takeda. All right. Is everyone all shopped up?
Just a quick question on the tar rocket. Does it have to be placed somewhere or on someone, or do I light it and aim it at someone?
You know what? I'm going to say for the lulz, I'm going to say you can light it and aim it, because that's just fun.
Okay.
All I'm going to say is, if the... let's say you can... I think the idea of the tar rocket is it has to be set up, but I think it's fun. You can light it and you can aim it at somebody. Because that's just hilarious. And that DC has been adjusted to proficiency without level as well, so it's a pretty good DC. Right. How's everyone doing? Are we ready to roll on to the next day, or do you need any more prep time?
No, I believe I'm good.
Shame here.
All right. So let's move on to the next day then. Let's say, considering what you're about to do, I don't think anyone needs to hit the rest for the night button, but you can if you wish.
Yes.
Okay. So feel free, if you're down on hit points, to hit the rest for the night button. And we're going to say Bishop the Bear, considering the mission you're about to undertake, will let you all, because Larrick would normally be up very, very early, but she would allow you all to rest until a reasonable time of 9 AM. Because of what you're about to do this day. Ronan, Lumen approaches you in regards to your spell prep, and she says, okay, I know things haven't been exactly smooth between us recently. We can sort that out another time. But today is serious. What do you need?
Right, we're changing out some of my repertoire. We are slightly different spells than the normal. We need to get rid of the Cleanser Fiction. We don't need it for where we're going. And we're changing out Teva as well.
You get the impression it's weird, you don't see the moth nod, but you get that impression that they nod at you. Kind of like an empathic connection. And so Lumen nods and they say, very well. Although, I've got a feeling we're going to need that cleanser affliction again sooner than later.
Yes, but hopefully the undead don't carry the same plague.
Let's hope not. But
Because if they
speaking of,
do, we're screwed.
but speaking of that, can I have a fortitude saving throw from Larrick and Asher, please?
All right.
Open, yeah?
Please.
Sick.
16.
18.
Okie dokie.
I've been eating my Weetabix.
All right. Cool. Thank you very much. So, the next day rolls around. Let's check what the weather is like today. Oh, wow. Things have gone from drizzly to crazy. I wish I had the thunder effects readied up. Because literally today in Corvosa, a heavy storm has come to the area. There's no lightning in the sky yet, but you can definitely hear the thunder out in the distance as we get a camera shot of the people who live on the western side of the city, around the areas of the Merciless Cliffs and the such. As they look out onto Conqueror's Bay, they see lightning off in the distance. It's not reaching the city yet, but it's coming this way, and it's strangely apt for everything that is going to take place today. Because I am also, especially for the interactions yesterday, I'm going to give you a hero point back into your pool. So your party level 4, your hero point pool is also at 4. And the day begins with Bishop the Bear actually rousing the 4 of you as she just says, primarily to Larrick, we have a situation. And she's just looking at you dead in the eye, Larrick.
Cool. Hit me.
Get your armor on. You may need it.
Oh, like, can I have a heads up? Maybe bring the others as well? See what's going off?
This is your heads up. This is a
At
message
least-
for all of you. But as you are the official Grave Lady's guard, she's going through you.
Yeah. I was asking, like, can I get a heads up for what I'm walking into? Or is it more of like a surprise, trouble?
The Schwanti are here. They've already taken out.
Alright.
They've already taken out 5 of your peers. They were not opening to listen to reason.
Shame.
But,
Okay.
however, I want you to take the lead on this, and you determine the best course of action, you and your party, because your 5 fellow Graveguard, they're not dead. The Schwanti only knocked them out. Larrick, this is disconcerting, because 5 members of the Graveguard have gone down, and they are of equal peer and skill to you.
So do they have them 5, or do we have them 5?
What do you mean, mate?
Like, as in, are they in our hospital, or are they captured?
Ah, right. The bishop will say, no, we have them. We are treated. They were left as a message to stay out of their way.
Oh, well, let's go send a message and get in their way and then we kill 5 of theirs. And then
She
they'll
look-
get our message to back off.
She looks
Sir.
at you. She looks at you, desperate, and she says, "They didn't kill R5, Larrick. That's the thing. You thought they would have done, but they haven't done it yet. So I don't know how you want to handle this, but there may be an opening here. As ever, I will. This is why I'm deferring to you. You are the champion." And hold on, out of game for a second. Ben, what sort of champion is Larrick again, please?
I am. I'm the neutral one.
Redemption.
Redemption.
Okay, she turns and she says, "You're a redeemer. So I think you're the best one to handle this because your tenants are about giving them the chance. So that's why, yeah, she expresses why she wants you to handle this situation in particular because this is your wheelhouse. The Shuanti have not just come in and have murdered people. They're actually, you know, they're showing a show of force, but so far it hasn't been lethal force."
Do we know where the Shuanti are?
Head into the Potter's Ward, and that is the location of the Dead Warrens.
Oh, okay, cool. So we'll just carry on as we are then. We'll probably run into them.
I wish you and your companions good luck, but just know they're ready for a fight, and they've managed to take out 5 of your fellow Graveguard.
I'm always up for a scrap.
All right. So, are you 4 ready?
I am. Before we leave, just go over to Asher and pull out a small crate and just go, "You're gonna need these." And what I have purchased is 3 bottles of Dark Vision Elixir.
Oh, very nice.
So that'll go into the parties.
Cool.
The lesser
I'm just
variety, I would
appreciate
imagine.
it.
This way,
Oh,
you don't
that's
have to
medium.
carry a torch.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna take my anti-plague.
Yes.
I use it. Did it
Does
go on? Oh, I need to figure out the actual bit later.
Yes. Does anybody else want to take that anti-plague? It lasts for the whole day.
Oh, we're getting them daily, so I might as well.
And then
Yeah.
I assume like we're all gathering now. I was like, "Hey guys, heads up! The Shuanti have come onto our patch and enacted violence against us, and I've been seen heading towards the Dead Warren. So we may encounter some of them, and then proceed to enact violence onto them. So just a heads up."
As I said before, they are a formidable warrior. They're formidable fighters, so try not to start a fight if possible.
Well, that'll be up to them. They'll have an option. It will ultimately be their decision and their mistake.
All right.
Shall we?
All right then. So, make your way over to the Dead Warrens, everyone. If you've got any effects to pop onto your tokens, feel free to drop and drag those on now.
I just need to know about the timings of. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So I don't need to pop that yet.
probably-
Fantastic.
I should probably
I-
plop the Dark Vision Elixir.
Pop it once you're in the underground because it only lasts for a set amount of time.
Okay.
Lasts for an hour.
All right, awesome. Yeah, going down to the Dead Warrens, I would say this is a big, big district. So I'm going to say getting down to the Potter's Ward. 20 minutes, I would say. But as everyone makes their way down to the Potter's Ward, if they wish and are trained, a survival check can be made in secret, please, if they wish.
I am trained.
I'm also trained. I might as well.
Blind GM rule, right?
Yes.
That's it.
Alright, so I've got rolls from Lou, I've got a roll from Ronan, and I have a roll from Asher. Okay. Asher, as you start to approach the Potter's Ward of the Dead Warren, of the Grey District, it's a rather, well, I'm going to be blunt, it's a rather depressing place. The homeless and the unwanted of Korvosa are buried here. And, well, because of that, to be honest with you, this region doesn't usually get a lot of foot traffic. And it's just so gloomy in this heavy rain today that it's a perfect mood setter. However, fighting through this heavy rain, it seems like that Lou and Ronan are a bit more on the ball. Because through this thick heavy rain that is obscuring your vision, you follow the directions, I nearly said direction, you follow the directions to the Dead Warrens that's relayed to you by the Bishop. But through the gloom and the rain, Lou and Ronan, you spot a unusual sight. You see what appears to be an overturned wheelbarrow and signs of damage that Lou would recognise as the signs of battle. What would you like to do?
There's been a fight, eh?
Yes. I'm assuming that this belongs to one of the groundskeepers, but not much of any evidence here, but definitely battle indeed.
Well, would you like to approach the scene? You're kind of like seeing it through the... It's about 15 feet off in the gloom, obscured by the heavy rain.
Yeah, I'm saying this as I walk towards it.
Okay. So for those of you who approach, you do come across, even though it looks like this scene has faded over time, you do see what appears to be signs of a fight, because there is an overturned wheelbarrow, footprints, although fading, still all over the place. There are a few headstones and a few statues, not many, but there is still a few here in the Potter's Ward that have been smashed up. But what sticks out as you approach is you do find a dead body on the floor by the wheelbarrow.
Like, Larry, that one of yours. If that's one of yours, this has gone from bad to very, very bad.
And
Make
I
out,
identify the person?
You approach for identification and you see the dead body to be of a half-human, half-orc Dromar. Not one of the Grave Lady's Guard. Put together, wearing a decent combat gear. And, well, it's been a few weeks and the elements have had at their body a little bit. It's not exactly a pleasant sight, but yeah, what appears to be
Oh, sorry.
yeah, you find the body of what appears to be a Dromar warrior.
Cool. Can I use a medicine check to see? So basically, I want to find out how he died to then try and link it to. So, like, say he died by, like, I could figure out like what kind of weapon he was used to kill him. I could loosely base who might have killed him by like what armaments they typically use. If that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. In that case, then, can I have a open medicine roll, please?
Can I aid that if he needs it?
He's got it on an 18 rolled. He's got
That's
it.
fine. Okay, then can I make a perception check to see if I believe it's one of Ronish's companions from his previous descriptions of him fighting?
Yeah, perception does make sense. Go ahead and make a perception roll. Does anybody
Yeah,
else want to
but-
do any checks on this scene?
I'm more interested into the footprint to see how this whole thing played out.
Sure, survival then from Ronan.
I would like to help Ronan with that.
Sure,
An
give us
eight.
give us an assist roll then, please, with your feat, your badass aid feat.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's gonna be an 18 to 8.
That is a successful aid. Plus one circumstance.
Yep. That's a 20.
Fantastic. Lou, what did you roll for your medicine? Sorry, perception.
Perception. I got it was 19.
Beg your pardon. Thank you very much. All right, let's go through this information one by one. So we'll start with Larrick. Larrick, this body has been dead for a couple of weeks. Looking over the wounds, it seems like that whoever this was bludgeoned to death. Impact marks all over the body, extremely hard hit, broken bones, mass bruising. Probably internal bleeding is also what got them. What caused it though? You would have needed a critical success for. You just know massive blunt force trauma damage is what did this Dromar warrior in. Doesn't appear to be related to the Shwanti though. As I said at the top, this Dromar's been dead for a few weeks. Asher and Ronan, you two work together to check out the footprints, and what you can discover on a basic success, someone was moving this wheelbarrow, this Dromar body was in it, and it looks like other figures approached this wheelbarrow and instigated a fight. Lou, from your perception check on a regular success, going off the memories of what Ronush told you, this does seem, although there's been decay over the past couple of weeks, this does seem to be the body of his group's fighter, Beryl Fane. So, essentially, from all your checks combined, this was one of the warriors who was sent down into the Dead Warrens to clear it out. But obviously, it looks like something befell him. Looks like he was being taken away. But during that process of being taken away, probably to the cathedral, something interfered, caused the fight, and the scene that you see before you has happened.
This is unpleasant. We've definitely found, well, I assume, given what I can see on the remnants, is this is one of Ronish's party. That's one. What is the other two doing? Where are the other two gone?
Dunno. Whatever happened, some sort of scuffle. They were trying to transport him somewhere to the cathedral, and then got jumped by the look of it.
Lou, you would know that even though Ronish wasn't there, Ronish heard on the grapevine about calling in the favour for Van Kaskikin, so you know that 4 went down.
Oh, yes.
All right. Interestingly, none of Ronish's good gear has been. None of Ronish's good gear, not Ronish. None of Ferrell's good gear that he had on him is on him. I said that completely wrong. But basically, his decent stuff is not on his person. That's been nicked. That's been taken.
He's been looted.
Was that a pun directed at me?
No, I see
You'll get
what you
used
did
to it.
there. Yeah, I see what you did there. All right. So, anything else you want to do with this scene, or do you want to move on?
We'll let him know when we're back, I'm guessing. We've got places to be, Schwanti to potentially talk to, and hopefully not die, and undead. So, busy day, things to do.
After we are out, we can always take his body back to the cathedral.
Aye. Is there any figures in the rain around us?
Not that you can see, no. Oh, one piece of detail that I should mention. The footprints that was involved in this scuffle, all humanoid, medium creature sized.
Are they booted or barefoot?
Booted.
Given my my fighter nature and knowing arms and armor,
Yes.
can I try and figure if there was a lot of weight behind them? Behind the print?
I can see where you're going with this. Oh, after 2... I'm not gonna lie. Give me a survival check, or yeah, you don't have warfare law, you have legal law. I would say it's not impossible, but incredibly difficult. You can give me a survival check, but to get anything after this period of time, I would say a natural 20 will be needed. But you can give it a swing.
Yeah, you never know.
You do never know.
That's a 7.
Yeah, too much time has passed, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, on to the dead warrants.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is you basically find a literal warren entrance that is attached to a very old mausoleum. What originally looked to have been a stone covering on the floor was essentially a concealed entrance into a stairwell that does have some torchlight, but there is a very oppressive feeling coming from down below. I would like some exploration actions before we go down the stairs, please. What is everyone doing?
Detect magic from me.
Okay.
Could I do a perception for possible threats, mainly Schwanti, but other ones as well?
Sure. Give me a seek action then, please. Give me, to begin, a secret perception check, please. Lou, do you have anything?
I'll go scouting.
All right then. So I'll pop that initiative bonus onto all of you. Pop, 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 pop. That's on. And finally, Asher, what would you like to do for an exploration action, please?
Well, before I do anything in the Dead Wars, I will, of course, drink that elixir. But,
No worries.
I guess I would also scout.
You don't need to scout. The initiative bonus has already been applied. But
That's how that works. Okay.
yeah.
You could do a separate seek search for any other additional hazards.
Yep, you could.
I could do that.
Yeah, you can share the same actions. The only thing that I ask in Pathfinder is if everyone's doing individual searches. Sorry, if more than one person is doing seek, then I would like each member to specify exactly what they're looking for. So, if Larrick is looking for Schwanti, and other potential threats along those lines, I would like you to specify another thing you're seeking for, Asher.
Okay, so Schwanti and other threats. Are you specifically saying threats related to Schwanti?
I would say the way I'm interpreting Larrick's words is combat-based threats.
Combat. I guess I would then look for like environmental hazards.
Yep, traps and the
traps and such. Yeah.
Okay, then give us that first secret perception check off yourself, then, please.
Yeah.
All right. While Asher is making the secret perception check, I'll exposition the next part of the game. Larrick?
Hidden.
Yeah, blind GM roll, please, mate.
There we go.
Fantastic. Okay. Larrick, if you reach and go to open this entrance that leads down into the Dead Warrens, you are immediately hit by a wave of void energy. Not lethal void energy. More, how can I put this? Exhaust pipe. Smog. Remnants. Whatever's happened down there, this place is now soaked in a passive void energy. So we'll go to the map. You all see around you what appears to be a green hue. Let's use Ash's point of view for those watching in to get the best shot of this. There is a hue that is laid heavy upon the air. All natural colour has been taken over by this hue, and it's not pleasant. It's not mechanically affecting you. It's not harming you. But there is whatever has happened down here. This is wrong, Larrick. This is just completely, totally, and utterly wrong. There has been a corruption here of the highest caliber. As you start to make your way down, Larrick and Asher, Larrick, your perception check initially wasn't great, but even you notice the vanguard of Xuan-Ti in front of you, down south, down the stairs, into what appears to be an ossuary. But I'm going to say that despite the map's positioning, they haven't seen you yet, and vice versa. They've reacted to the noise of the door opening, but so far it's pretty much a neutral situation. What are you lot doing?
I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I'm very much in favour of just striding in and saying hello.
Go for it. See what happens.
I'm gonna pull out my water skin of mead, have a drink, and just on the off chance, I'm gonna ready my stumbling stance.
All right. If you want to go into stance straight away, go for it.
Just so I'm not looking obviously a threat, so I send the drunk in.
Yes, Larrick.
Could I? Okay, before I go we're at this point where we're not in each other's vision yet, right?
No.
Like
we
both know, but one's but we don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no one's. Both parties know each other's there, but no line of sight, despite the map has been made yet.
That's it. So, I mean, in my opinion, I would have had my sword out coming down the stairs. So I'm going to sheath my sword. I would like to light a torch, because when I approach them, I want to approach visible, if that makes sense. I'm not emerging from the shadows. You know, I'm very much coming down the stairs. Sup, lads? How's it going? Does that make sense?
That's absolutely fine. So, everyone put yourself into a position of where you would be. Because as you come down the stairs into the Dead Warrens, the first thing that Larrick is going to notice is off to his southwest is a massive, what at first appears to be an undead monstrosity. But as it's decayed over the past couple of weeks, you see some golem style workings to them, Larrick. So whatever this creature is off to your southwest was a massive golem that appears to have been destroyed for a couple of weeks now. As you walk down the stairs and prepare, you make yourself known, torch in one hand. You see a row of Xuan-Ti warriors covering this area of the Dead Warrens that is an ossuary. 4 in total, a line formation blocking the center of this ossuary. They appear to be wielding a staff. Only a staff. There is a composite longbow on their backs, and there is quivers with arrows in ready positions. But their primary weapon is this staff, and as you approach, it's been held in a ready formation and stance equivalent to that of a spear. Asher, you will notice, being a fighter, that these staffs were perhaps originally spears, but it appears like the sharp points have been deliberately removed. As one of the Xuan-Ti says to you, "Go no further. We told the others this morning. You had your chance, and you have failed." Leave us to our business, and no harm will fall before you this day.
Cool. I'm gonna take a step forward. Like not like aggressively, like cast it forward. You know, my shield's low. I have the torch, and I'm making sure that my face is in the torch light so they can see me.
Yep.
Like morning all. So I think it's best if all of us have a little chat before someone gets a bit. And trigger happy doesn't really work in a session. Oh, it does. If anyone gets a bit trigger happy, you know.
Jittery.
Now I've come as a representative to talk things out, you know, because I don't want any issues going further, and I don't think you do either.
You had your chance. Why should we give you people another one? Considered you murdered the son of our chief. Not you, your people.
Okay, right, we're gonna. Okay, first off, you people, right? Individuals murder, okay? Right, I'm not blaming Everyone for beating up my mates, you know? It was your group. So I'm gonna find the individuals and talk to them, alright? So don't come to me and say the whole of Korvosa is the reason for your guy's death. Someone murdered him, right? And then another group of someones came down here, risking their lives for him, right? And they paid for it to come and drag him out for you, okay? Let's get something straight, alright? Now I'm happy to start over again, you know? Ignore past transgressions. Let's talk, help each other, you know? I want your guys' relative out safely, right? Well, his body out safely, you know? So I understand you have certain burial rights you want to do. So let's talk about it.
Solara's voice comes into your mind and says, "This is what the reading showed for you. This is that time. This is that moment." So, Larrick, make me a diplomacy check with a +1 Harrow bonus. Does anybody... Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, that was just reaction. Just reaction.
Okay. I was going to quickly ask if anybody else would like to potentially aid as well, because that's a Harrow bonus, so that will stack with other bonuses. Does anybody want to apply any aid?
I would definitely like to play 8.
Okay. Are you proficient in diplomacy?
Shit, no.
I am. I'll just check everyone else's.
No.
Because I don't think a 2 is going to help much on this, but diplomacy.
Do you want to give it a shot?
Well, no, wait, sorry, I was reading deception, not diplomacy. I haven't got it.
Alright. So, Larrick, what did you roll?
I got a 16.
DC for this situation to turn them from unfriendly to indifferent is 16. Hold on, I need to double check this. Converted DCs for proficiency without level. This requires a trained rank to do. Hard DC is 16. That is a meets beats. As the Swanty warrior looks at you, eases up, but not completely withdraws on the fighting stance yet. Says in acknowledgement, "I can understand your words. and I can see notioning to the Warren's Guardian that's next to you that sacrifice and effort was made to retrieve Gaken. Interesting. You spoke with words, yet you bear the same uniform as the others we fought this morning, and they attacked us outright, saying they were defending this place. And they seem to think about it for a moment. What makes you different? Why have you come to us like this?
Cool. I'm going to step forward again so I'm not shouting across the room at them.
That's fair.
Yeah, you know. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm down to clown, right? If it comes to blows, I'm ready for it, like my fellows. However, it's not worth this fighting, you know? Like, at the end of it, there is no good, okay? Say, for instance, I fight you, you win, I win, doesn't matter. Neither of our goals are furthered, you know? No one's helped, and a bit trying times at the moment, you know. Obviously, you've got your stuff to deal with. Quavosa's having a bit of issues. I'd rather just come down here, quickly get things sorted so I can go back up top and sort another issue so I can go back to sort of my relatively normal life. And I'm sure some of my companions here are feeling the same.
All right. With that Harrow bonus, another diplomacy check can be made. Before you roll it, does anybody want to again provide any aid? And don't be afraid to get funky with your skills.
Could Greg roll his cooking law because he wants to go back to being a chef?
Oh, yeah.
And so he could hold up his cooking utensils and like be like, see, I'm normal.
That's an idea. So how would Ronan put that across?
I think Ronan's just the bad guy. I didn't really want to be here. He kind of just starts putting out pots and pans. But if you want to sit down for a nice meal, like talk this out, I got you.
You know what? Yeah, DC 16, roll that cooking law. For an aid.
Oh, I love this.
Because,
No, that's a 10.
well, it's not critical failure though, so don't worry about it.
I am racking my brain around how can I use athletics here.
Pose.
Flex on him.
That's actually what I'm thinking is, could I possibly use athletics to
Yeah.
like showcase with just the body a fatigue of the situation and wanting things to get better. Physical acting.
I did say I was down for a scrap. So, like, we've got the carrot, which is cooking, and then we've got the stick, which is
On my
I
back.
know that also works.
Asher.
That also
You know,
works.
I like it. I like it. Okay. Give us an athletics check then, please. To be the stick.
All right, I'll be the stick.
And
It's a sticking point.
I rolled the 3, so that's wait. We have hero
point
points,
here.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
I would like to hero point this.
All right, then. Don't forget as well, your aid feat does work here as well.
All the more reason for hero pointing it because I've completely forgot.
Okay,
Whoops.
the pool. You're down to 3 in the pool, but go for it.
I was gonna say save it, and I can try and flag something.
24.
Oh, never mind.
Regular success. Okay, Larrick, go ahead and make your diplomacy check again. +1 Harrow bonus from Zalara's reading, and a +1 circumstance bonus from Asher.
Awesome, thank you. 17.
Those bonuses have helped you out. That is a success. They become, well, according to the rules, it would be friendly, but you wouldn't say they're friendly in this moment.
Yeah.
But
We both understand what's at stake.
yeah. What that does, mechanically, it makes them status friendly. I would say in RP, it makes them understanding. As,
Non-hostile.
yes, as they put their weapons to the side, and they say the following. Very well. Speak with the shaman and the mother of Gaken. They are further in these warrens, and they are deciding what to do. They think about it for a moment and then relate to you. Your ancestors came to this land 3 centuries ago, took it from us. The people of Korvosa have long memories and a incapacity to forgive and forget. However, we Shuanti are cut of the same cloth. That one thing we do have in common. Tread carefully. We, for the longest time, have looked to retake the land that was stolen from us. And this could become a reason to do so. Proceed with care. And with that, 2 of the central guards stand to the side, and they actually nod at you in acknowledgement as they motion for you to feel free to pass.
I've got a
Yes, go ahead,
like
Larry.
a symbol of my, like I've got like a necklace or a medallion or whatever you want to call it, of like my faith, basically, you know.
Well, this is an interesting situation you're in, because this will be base knowledge to somebody like you. All souls, no matter who they are, end up in the boneyard to face Pharasma's final judgment. However, due to culture and how's the best to put it? Basically, everyone ends up in the boneyard, but how they get there is dependent on the culture. What you see happening before you, all this green sort of like remnant void energy, is a concentration of corruption of a soul that has not moved on. So keep that in mind as you proceed through the Dead Warrens. And you can even relay that to the party if you like.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping them up to date with everything.
Yeah. So, feel free to proceed. You have access to the Dead Warrens, and you earn 120 experience points for RP defeating a severe encounter.
Nice.
Well done. Good rolling.
100 and what now?
120.
120. Indeed.
So, feel free to
Someone-
proceed.
Can you free my moth? He appears to be stuck.
I'll leave him there. You don't need it.
Thank you very much.
There they are.
Where have I gone?
You're below. You're below. You're here.
I can't see me. Oh no, I can see me again. That was weird.
All right. So, as you proceed south and you go into what appears to be these thin underground tunnels, the green void energy is even thicker here. As the Shanti warriors will inform you, head towards the southeast. But as you get to a juncture in the road, you see both to the southeast and to the southwest what looks to be dead small creatures. Not the prettiest things in the world either. They have a almost translucent blue skin, pure white eyes, greyish white hair, and all seem to be dropped either at their sides or on their persons. Weird rope and hook-like weapons. And it appears that these individuals have been killed through combat. Are you all proceeding on?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, hey, if the Swansea done anything, they saved us some work.
This doesn't look like this was done by Shanti weaponry. As soon as you head into the next room off to the southeastern region, you appear to come into some sort of working chamber, where there's wooden tables in the middle of the room, surfaces stained with old bloodshed, wicker basket hunched doors, straw-lined cages, and you see more of these dead bodies of these creatures lying around all over the place. You see bits of body parts strewn about as well. Once again, there are signs of battle here. A combination of magical damage, slashing weapon damage, and also bow damage. You do see some destroyed and disused and used arrows scattered around all over the floor. Asher, off to the southwest down another crevice, you get the smell of what appears to be a ranking corpse pile and a decomposing body of what appears to be an absolute, almost giant mushroom fungi-like creature with these huge, massive fronds that look like could crush a man with a simple strike. And this creature is absolutely covered and caked in now dry blood.
I point out this fungal creature to I guess Ronan, since Ronan's there.
Yeah, I think it's a fungal creature. Let me take a nosy.
Real quick, I don't think the dark vision effect is on me.
Right.
Did you drink it?
I drank it, but nothing happened.
There's no like box in the top right of your screen that says dark vision.
No, just a scouting.
Hold on a second, and I'm going to manually give your token, because normally there's a drop and drag, but what I will do instead is I will... Oh dear, right. How can I override and give you dark vision?
Is there a spell called dark vision?
Yeah, it's based on the spell, so the spell gets cast. So
yeah, so if we just find the spell and cast it.
Yeah, So
I don't see it in the chat.
Oh no, I see it when he drank it, but can you post the
Oh, here we are.
Can you post it up?
Yeah, hold on a second. I should be able to sort
Do
this
it.
out. No worries.
I
Hold
found
on.
it.
I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. I can drag this onto Asher.
Yeah.
There you go. How's that?
Hey, I can see.
Yeah. So yeah, you see this weird fungal creature. Can I have secret perception checks for the Seek from Asher and Larrick, please? What are you doing down there, Ronan? Investigating this
I
weird...
want to know if I recognize it using nature.
Hold on a second. Let me get the relevant information. Yes, nature is nature is the applicable skill. Go ahead and give us a nature roll, please. Open for this one.
Sure. Just testing things. I was just
No
checking
worries.
to see if insurance was worth it, and it's not at the moment. So that's an... Or it is? What? I turned assurance off.
It hasn't come through on my end.
Hang on. Let me
It's-
just delete that up. That was weird. Didn't like that.
It's okay.
Let's try this again.
Well, would your
There we
insurance
go.
would your insurance
Uh,
be an 18?
That's the thing. It shouldn't, I don't think. Unless I get wisdom and expert, then it would be another being an 18.
Right, okie dokie. So
What is your nature score?
+8.
+8.
And yeah,
Yeah.
So okay, right. Oh yeah, because it still
There's
doesn't.
no.
It still doesn't calculate assurance right because it's only supposed to be
No.
a proficiency bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the proficiency is +4, so that would have been a 14, and that's either the 14 or the 11 you just rolled. That's a miss by 1, unfortunately.
It's fine. That was just a weird set of rolls.
The only thing that you can tell about this creature on a failure is you've never seen something like this. Oh, actually, Gibby, I do this for the other characters, so I'll do it for you. Give me one more. You can have a redo with a +1 bonus because you're a fetchling.
Okay. +1 circumstance, yeah?
Yeah. Because you're a I do this for the others, like Asher gets things because he's a fighter, Larrick gets things because all of you will get this. But yeah, I will actually allow I don't do this very often, but I'll allow you a do-over with a +1 because you're a fetchling.
Fair.
So this is essentially a roll with advantage.
That is a 20 for
+1.
fetching Draz.
Yeah, okay. So, you actually recognize this creature because I would say that a creature like this are known or at least heard of by the fetchlings. Because although fetchlings have either been touched by the void or some even originate from the void itself, fetchlings sometimes will also live in the Darklands. And this is a Darklands fungal creature known as a Bassaderon. But this is a weird take on that creature, Ronan, because they feed on nutrients, they feed on liquids, but they do not usually grow to this size. And you look at what this Bassaderon is lying in, which appears to be a huge, massive corpse pile. It looks like whatever they were doing here, they were basically using body parts and then discarding the ones that they did not use or need into this pile. And it looks like that Spasideron basically had been feeding off the blood and had so much nutrient that it has swollen to this large size that you see before you.
Ah. Well, first things first, going to look at Asher. Well, it shouldn't really be here. This thing should be deeper. Unless there's an entrance somewhere near here, it should be in the Darklands. It's a Basidron. Basidron words. Oh my god.
It's taken me a few goes to get it.
Basidron? Basidron? Basidron. There we go. That's about as fucking
Basidron, yeah. We'll go with that. If anybody knows, comments below. We appreciate it.
Does
I'm just
anyone
gonna call
speak
it a bastard
dinosaur? It just feels like a dinosaur word.
Or a big ass mushroom.
Yeah. Well, Mushroom Boy here, shouldn't even be this big. It seems to have gorged itself on the corpses. Never seen one this big.
Huh. Like a call to a pond.
Asher and Larrick, from that secret perception check, you see tracks of a wheelbarrow that have basically started from here in this area, and from the blood soaking on the floor was wheeled up and out from this area where this Basidron is.
Cool.
Ronan, I think this is where they, where our drone, up above, died. I point out to Ronan the wheelbarrow tracks.
And that explains like all the bludgeoning. Look at the mushrooms like tentacle things.
Yeah.
Yeah, each of the ends. I just want to, just to give a bit more of a picture. Each of the ends of these fronds are like the size of a decent hammerhead.
So, we could establish this is as far as they got.
Most likely.
Well, can I figure out how many tracks led away from here? Was it all of their party, or did they split off somewhere?
Let's see. If everyone would like to, even untrained, they can make a survival check, please.
Yeah.
Might I help Ronan?
He doesn't need it on a 20.
Then I'm just gonna roll for myself.
Yeah, go for it.
I saw the roll, but I decided I'm gonna still say it. 22, nice.
Lou, what did you roll?
Only a 12, so I can't really see from there on direction. So
that's cool. So right, if you move back into the previous room, which is this room you're in is a corpse pile, and this previous room that you've just come from is an exsanguination chamber, and from the markings on the ground, you can actually see older tracks that essentially split off and went this way.
Which way?
Sorry. Off to your east. Sorry, I forgot you can't see my pings.
Okay. So some of them did split off and go that way. Okay.
Yes, it seems like that there's tracks going back out and there's tracks going off towards the east. You also find tracks of 2 more sets of humanoid footprints recently tread here as well.
I look over to Larrick and Lou and go, well, whoever was in here last, those friends of those friends of a friends of yours, I don't know how the expression goes. Well, it looks like some of them split off. Some went, like, through that way, and the others went back up with the wheelbarrow. And there's, like, the 20 people at least went that way.
I guess we head that way then.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
was there anything anything else on the ground by the mushroom?
No.
Alright.
Apart from the corpse pile, no. And to be honest with you, the one thing you did notice about the corpse pile is it looks like it's been gone through.
Is it? I think I know the answer to this, but I'm still gonna ask it. Is it like a looters rummaging through, or like just been moved about a bit?
Impossible to tell.
Fair enough. That's what I expected to hear.
Yeah, it just looks like that somebody went through the corpse pile.
Yeah.
Alright, so if the party feel free to move on. Larrick and Lou are finding themselves entering a hallway where the walls and ceilings of this tiny hallway that veers off to the north are encrusted with dozens of yawning skulls, their mouths open into dark holes in the walls. As Larrick enters the hallway, you find 2 more destroyed creatures that look like this. The best way I can put them is like they're reptilian snakes, but with almost like a humanoid style skull and the jaws of a beast. But they have been smashed up and destroyed.
I assume north is the way to go.
It appears that way. As you proceed north, Larrick, I would like you and Asher to once again make another secret perception check, please. Alright, feel free to move on. You head to the end of the corridor. You see a door off to the east and what appears to be an open secret door to the wall to the north. The party seem to be proceeding to the east through the door, and you enter another chamber that appears to be an alchemy lab, a smashed up alchemy lab with a golem made of various monster parts dead across the table in front of you, which is interesting because the parts in the corpse pile were mostly humanoid, no monster parts.
Whoever scavenged the pile was not the one that made this.
Like, what did you expect me to say to that? Yippee?
I was definitely not expecting yippee. That implies that whatever made this is still out about.
Oh,
Hopefully
don't
not.
jump up. I'm having. Yep.
Larrick is just braving on forward. As you go through the thin tunnels, I may recommend the clicking on your tokens and using the mouse arrows to navigate this bit. But you go through even more tunnels that lead off to the south, from the southeast of this alchemy lab, and this void energy, this passive void energy, is just getting thicker and thicker as you come to a cross junction and you find another dead figure of what appears to be a massive ogrekin who has also fallen in combat. This ogrekin is not a pretty sight, a hybrid of ogre and medium-sized humanoids. The ogres of Galerion, if you ever read the lore, are not very pleasant, and whoever this was is a byproduct of that unpleasantness. As you proceed to the south from the juncture,
If I may,
yes,
just before leaving the alchemy lab,
yep,
is it alright to do a quick scan for any like papers or parchment?
you don't see anything,
Gotcha.
or else I would have said so. Oh, sorry. Generally how I work, Paz, is it's been a while since you played with me last. That's what the secret checks are for, and in my exposition, I would have let you know if you would have spotted something. I will reveal that your last secret perception checks, Asher rolled a 9, Larrett rolled a 10.
Alright.
To the south of the crossroads, where you find the dead ogrekin, you come across what appears to be a prison area ? This platform hangs over 3 pits that appear to go down by 10 to 15 feet each. And you see what appears to be now 2 dead bodies of Korvosan citizens. 1 man, 1 woman.
Anybody recognize them?
Yeah, I'll roll a perception, see I may have known them.
This would require either society or thievery.
Alright, hang on, what have I got?
Is there any particular level in either?
What do you mean, Asher?
Trained expert.
Trained expert.
No, just train. Train will do.
Is it just me trained? Yes. No. Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, if you want to roll it up, you can.
Sure. Another 20.
You don't recognise the man, but the woman you actually recognise, Ronan, because she was known as a bit of a pain in the ass around Moon Street. This is the final, well, this was a woman by the name of Tyora, who was a known pickpocket in the Midlands region. There was many a Korvosan University student that's had their coin purses lifted by her.
Oh. I at least recognise her. I wondered where she vanished to. She's a known pickpocket. Not the best fate, to be honest. Can't exactly tell you she got what she deserved. I'm not one of those people. I don't know the man, but she got caught up in something beyond her, I'm guessing. Couldn't really tell you much.
Did I do a medicine check on the ogre to see how it came to its end?
Sure. Open roll. Give us a medicine check.
That's an 18.
18. I will put this nice and simply. Slashing and magical damage. Looks like from a sword and spell.
There we are. At least two of Ornish's companions seem to get further than one.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, actually, that's worth a noting. Actually, you would have noticed the same sort of damage on the carrion golem. I'll give you that, and also the bow damage seems to have stopped.
Can I tell, like, is the miasma thickest from here? Just so I know I'm still kind of vaguely in the right direction.
The thickness of miasma is growing stronger to the north of you. You get that as a champion.
Can I check
Okay,
while I'm
cool.
here? Can I? While I'm here, can I check where the freshest footprints are heading? If that is also north, or if it's going east.
We'll roll over checks from earlier. Definitely north. The east appears to head into even thinner corridors and passageways that seem to descend downwards.
Cool. I assume we want to find these Shanti. We're going to assume that they're in the thick miasma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the party proceed on north. From the crossroads, up north from the jail, question mark? And you come to another room after another thin corridor that twists and turns and winds. Where you end up is another chamber that looks to be a stitchery of some kind. In front of you, on top of a table, appears to be bits of different humanoid body parts stitched together. However, looks incomplete. Next to it is a table full of knives, needles, and other strange implements. Around the room, you see several dead figures. The first dead figure appears to be a human Corvosan man in his early 20s, wearing the garb of a student of the academy. The only difference is his top of his shirt and his clothing have been tattered and teared from this what appears to be combat, and there appears to be, where the shirt is tattered in the center, something sticking out and glowing slightly from the chest. And instead of the staff in the dead hand, you actually find the staff actually quite close to the door, just to the south of you where you came in. Instead of the hand, you actually find a fine looking sword. Off to the east, the second dead figure you seem to find appears to be a mercenary. His armor, weaponry, vestments, it just screams Merc 101. Asher, being a fighter, yeah, this is a mercenary straight out. A composite longbow, awkwardly broken and strewn on his back, and what appears to be a nice-looking bastard sword has also been wrecked and destroyed in his hand, because it looks like he died battling what appears to be some form of headless undead creature. A reanimated body, part golem, part undead. But what's strange is this reanimated body appears to be that of a withered old man. So someone took a withered old man and reanimated them as some form of undead golem for the sake of Easter eggs. Here is who the body of the dead man is. It was him, because the previous party took his head, but they did not take his body. So someone took the body of Gadron Lam and reanimated it. Meanwhile, off to the west, pretty close to the body of the dead academy student, also appears to be another one of these strange creatures. However, this individual looks a lot older and a lot more mystically inclined. A skull used as a foci, smashed in one hand, and what appears to be the tattered remains of a spellbook in the other. And then finally, to end my big old exposition describing this scene, you see two Shwanti figures. The first figure appears to be of a human man who is old, definitely 60s, carrying a rather ornate looking staff on his person, looking with the sadness in his eyes down on the figure on the table, especially the head. On this individual's face, the person with the staff, you see a white skull face painted on as he looks down somberly across the table at a Shwanti woman, bald features, however with a very, very serious demeanor on her face, tribal face paint, and appears to be holding and stroking the head of what appears to be some kind of golem, but yet the head is of a Shwanti male of about 18-19 years, as the male figure speaks up and he says, "So more have finally come. What has happened to our men?"
Don't worry, your friends are fine and well, and I wish I could say the same.
I am Thousand Bones. This...
You can call... Oh, sorry.
Sorry, he goes, "This is Heart of Thunder."
Cool. You can call me Larrick. As you can tell, I'm also a member of the Grey Lady Guards, the same group of people that you attacked earlier, but we've moved on from that.
We reacted in self-defense, says Heart of Thunder, speaking up. It was your guard who attacked us.
Okay. I'm not here to get into the weeds. We have bigger fish to fry. I'm Larrick. these are my companions. And we're here to just sort this out and get back to our other duties, okay?
What is there to sort out? Speaks Heart of Thunder. My son is dead, and it looks like he was meant to become this monstrosity at the hands of that despicable Lam. What is there to sort out? He was murdered in your streets, and an opportunity was given to you to retrieve him, to make amends. We didn't even blame you for what happened. But... And she just looks at disgust. For years now, Thousand Bones has tried to broker peace with you Corvosans. And this is the thanks that your city gives him?
Hang on, so let me just get this straight, just so we're all on the same page. You're angry that a group of people put their lives on the line and lost them to help you guys out, even though they're not part of your group. And admittedly, they failed. They did fail. Like, factually, they failed. But success was never guaranteed. But you're angry that they did fail. I'm lost with where you're at.
Thousand Bones looks at you dead in the eyes, Larrick, and he nods and he says, "This is what I am saying, Heart of Thunder. Look at what was given. These warriors fought the evil that was in these tunnels to retrieve your son, my grandson, and they have fallen in combat. This one," he points at Ark, "is a son of the Ornelas family, a prominent figure here in Korvosa, and he has given his life." Yes, but look around you, Thousand Bones. This has all happened. All of this miasma has happened because Dakin's soul lingers here in pain. He has not been released to the Great Spirit in the sky. And now my son is suffering a fate worse than death. Oh, the sacrifices that these warriors have made, although true, is the only reason why I am not going for my bow right now.
Hey man, if you want to go, we can go. But like, war between you and the whole of Korvosa isn't a smart move, you know? And I'm here to help, but if you want to be violent, by all means.
I think what my companion is trying to say is, we are sorry that the previous team could not bring your son home to you. And there's a lot more happening in Korvosa that a lot of people don't know about. This is the tip of the Ice Mountain, as it were.
Why should what's happening in your city concern us?
If nothing was happening in the city, there would be a whole squadron coming down here, marching through these tunnels, and eliminating every threat they could find to find your son. With everything that's gone on, individuals themselves took it upon themselves to come down and do their damnedest to find him, giving their lives and sacrificing all to get to this very point. It is a noble task. Sadly, they were not successful. They got to a point where your son, though in the condition he is, can still be put to peace. Not roaming as an undead, or some monstrosity that's been reawakened.
I was told there was 4 of them, and there's only 2. Where's the other 2? Ran off like another Korvosan coward?
Actually, if you were attacked, as you stated, you may have seen before entering the corpse of a Dromar. That was a 3rd member of their party. The 4th was bringing him to the cathedral after he had died. There was a struggle and his body is missing.
Thousand Bones looks at you, and you get the impression of their reactions that no, due to the heavy rain and the storm, they did not notice Ferrell's body. And he died fighting this cause?
Yeah. Did you see the mushroom plant earlier? One with many tentacles.
I am familiar with the Bassadron. Yes.
That's the one. Yeah. Judging by his wounds and what that mushroom can do, he died to that.
The tracks of the wheelbarrow, that carried him originate there.
So you see, one of their party left with a corpse, hoping to get aid, I hope. The other 2 pressed on by themselves to rescue your son.
I would like the party to choose one member to make the diplomacy check, and as you have... Actually, no, I've got one final challenge. As Heart of Thunder looks at you and says, all right, well, you've seen this entire place. You tell me then, what transpired here? You say that one fell and he was transported for potential aid. What transpired here then? Wow, nice chainsaw.
That happened.
What was that?
Sorry about that. That was my phone.
No, don't worry about it. I just thought that was funny and just brilliant, just as Heart of Thunder said that line. So what happened here then?
Well, see, this guy in a white mask and this bloody leather apron came in with a chainsaw and started hacking everyone up.
Okay, right.
Nice.
Let's leave that there. Let's leave that there. So
you think it might be a call from the dead?
Oof. All right.
Spooky.
Okay, so basically, there's going to be a diplomacy check coming up in a moment, and basically, it's going to affect the bonus you are going to get for this check. So, for potential more bonus, Heart of Thunder is basically asking you, so what happened here then? Because, yeah, Alex and Greg were here and they played some of the Dead Warrens. But they didn't play the other half. That was all me. So...
Technically, we're still both here. But one's in and one's out.
Pretty much. So... do a bit of a CSI style flashback party to improve your bonus. Tell Heart of Thunder what happened here. And here's today's challenge, everybody.
Well, I'm guessing that to begin with, they entered the Dead Warren, fought that weird golem.
Mhm.
Straight off the way, they should have noticed that something was weird, because why would there be an undead golem, considering... Was it undead? I don't remember.
It's
It was a golem. Shouldn't be
It
right.
the flesh
It was a-
column. So.
Yeah, it was a golem made of corpse
Bits.
parts.
So
I
a
can't remember
golem,
what it was.
a golem of bits. They fought that. Then they must have went down, reached the crossroads. We saw that they must have fought to the left and right because there was corpses of the. Someone must know the name of these creatures.
Current notes, no.
No.
I would say the creature.
Any-
I would say creatures are acceptable, as nobody made a
Yeah.
check to identify them. That will affect the bonus a little bit, but you can still establish the story by saying the creatures.
The creatures.
Oh,
Not my
that's a
area
point.
of expertise.
Quick question. With the previous perception checks while going into that room, did the party notice the swarms that they faced in Book 1?
Yes, they would have done. You would have seen the dead bodies of the Bloodseekers. I forgot to put the tokens there.
There we are.
Cool.
So,
Oh,
yes, so they attacked on many fronts. They went into that dissection chamber. Was attacked by swarms of insects, and one fell to that monstrosity in the side room. Given the examination that was done to the corpse outside, it was close quarters combat, and his internal organs and bones were decimated. From combat evidence from that room, magic and slashing was used, as well as arrows. But as we see with the ogre in the previous chamber, only slashing and magic was used, which we can identify by the late Ornelos and his mercenary friend here, as well as the evidence of the wheelbarrow tracks that lead away, and the wheelbarrow itself outside with the corpse. You can see that the party did divide to this very point. Now, as we've only just entered this room, we can hardly give our knowledge and say none of us are professional investigators, but we can certainly judge what has occurred.
Okay. You've pretty much pieced together what happened in the Dead Warrens. What I'm going to rule is I want one party member to make the diplomacy check in secret. If Larrick makes it, he will get the +1 Harrow bonus as well. But also on top, for finding Feral and identifying how he fell, that's going to be another +1. For identifying the difference in the damages in terms of what happened to two of the party members, because you can pretty much figure out that whoever was doing the piercing damage probably took the body out of here. That will be another +1. For noting that the Ornelos and sorry, I've lost my trail of thought. Basically, somebody makes the check and the total bonus you're going to get to the diplomacy check is going to be a +4. But here's the interesting thing. This check is going to be secret. So, what I would like is one person to make the diplomacy check secret, and the other 3 party members to do a sense motive check to see if you're going to need a hero point or not. So who's doing
think that-
diplomacy?
I think
Oh
with the
my
stats, it's going to be Larrick.
Yeah, Larry.
With all the bonuses, I can get it's up to a +9.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Larrick, roll me a secret diplomacy check, and if anybody would like to, make a sense motive check to read the body language of the reaction, to see if you potentially need to spend a hero point, because I will also let you know the DC you've got to hit here is 19.
In my sleep, dude. Don't worry, guys.
Sense motive is perception, isn't it?
It is
Yeah.
perception
Do you want-
based.
I would like
want that
to
public?
make it.
Yes, public rolls for the sense motive. Okay, what did everyone roll for the sense motive?
19.
13.
6.
Okay, the secret diplomacy check has been made. You all look at the situation. You all relay your words to Thousand Bones and Heart and Thunder. One is itching and ready for a fight. The other one is almost pretty much giving up on Korvosa for all the work he has done over the years, seemingly coming to naught. But I can reveal that Larrick's diplomacy check was a 25. As Heart of Thunder, as angry, maybe this is her son, so it's up to, she wants to be angry, she wants to lash out. Her son, even in death, is now in tremendous, unimaginable pain because they have not completed their rituals which will allow his spirit to go to the boneyard. Gaken is somewhere around here. He is stuck. His mother just wants to take her bow and just take it out on anyone in her sight. But the logic of your words sink in as she looks at Thousand Bones, makes eye contact with the father of her husband. He just nods and he says, as much as you want to lash, as much as you may feel in your heart you deserve to lash out. You do not want war. My son Storm Rider, he does. But I know you do not. They gave their lives. Blood for blood. And yes, Gaken is in tremendous pain. But I can ease him. Enough blood has been spilled. Do you not think? Why? If you wish for blood, you would not have agreed with me to blunten the spears. And Heart of Thunder looks down and looks at you all, and she says, all right, but there is something I do want to know. What's so bloody important She wouldn't say bloody. I'm not very good with characters. Just conveying the message. She says, what is so important then that your guard, motioning to Larrick, was unable to retrieve my son? And that is where we'll pick it up next time on Curse of the Crimson Throne, 7 Days to the Grave. And guess what? I've got some good news for all of you. You RP'd out 2 tough encounters, 2 severe encounters. You earn another 120 XP.
Ooh. We leveled. Does the 55 carry over?
It does carry over, yes.
Wonderful.
So you...
Are we...
What's up?
So I was just going to ask, are we keeping the health we're at now, or because we're at full health, we get to go up to whatever our next health would be at 5th?
You go up to your next health would be at 5th as you have sustained no damage.
Will those temporary hit points carry over as well?
Technically, yes. Although it's coming close to the end of the 12 hours. It hasn't expired yet.
Oh, that's what we forgot to mention to Paz. Were you here for the food, Paz?
The food?
The food bonus.
I remember there being a food bonus at some point,
He
but
was.
not.
He was.
I don't know if there was a new food bonus.
No, I was just wondering if you applied it to whatever skill you wanted.
Yeah, no, he was here for the cooking check, so yeah, you're coming close to the 12 hours. I was keeping a very close eye on the clock, but you just made it in. You just made it in. And yeah, basically, who wants to be, before we get out of here, who wants to be let in behind the GM screen a little bit?
Go on then. I do like a good bit of. I do love a good nosy.
You weren't supposed to tackle this until next level.
Whoops.
So,
To be fair,
you
it was
RP'd.
pressing.
No, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. But I actually designed this redesigned dungeon to be tackled at level 5. However, by the open nature of the game, you came in a level early, and I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't nerf anything. This was exactly how I set up the encounters, regardless of what level you were going to be coming in here. And yeah, you took it a level early, so I'm actually going to also give you a major award of 2 hero points for that back into your pool as well. So honestly, that was badass. Very well done. How'd you all find that today?
Yeah, that was fun.
That was good. That was good. I will admit, as I missed out on the last session, I was a bit, more conservative, given, not 100% the entire context of everything, but it was fun. And what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I hope there was enough information there for you to get by.
Oh yeah, there was enough information. I was just not gonna be full sending it on any information that I had because there might be a little bit missing context. But from what I'm hearing from your description of us getting it, we're just heckin' awesome, and the power of friendship, my guy.
Ben, well done today. Nicely done, Ben.
Well, I'll be honest, I was very close to just going at him.
Wouldn't have blamed you otherwise.
Larry does not like making friends.
Well, I will
You
tell
deal with
you.
the dead, of course not.
Yeah, no, I will tell you this. That is what your Harrow reading was about.
It was fun though. It was really fun. I had a really good time tonight.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. That how you've handled this situation is gonna have some. Yeah, there's gonna be an effect for down the line, a big one. But that's it for today. For all watching in and listening in, thank you very much for joining us. Next session, well, back to the Bloodvale crisis, I suppose. Until then, thank you all very much for watching and joining us, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.